Hey guys, it's Kayla here, and welcome to another episode of Fruit Medicine. Today I want to address a question that I recently received on an Instagram post that I shared on Facebook. So I think it was actually my last Instagram post where I posted an image of a juice with yellow liquid in it. And what this is the Master Cleanse beverage. So the original, the lemonade diet thing. So I recently picked up a copy of the original Master Cleanser book. Actually, I have it in my purse here. So this is the original book here. So the original writing by Stanley Burroughs, which I called the author William Burroughs. I think he wrote, but probably something totally different. Anyway, I was inspired to start doing what I've been doing for the past 4 days now through being on the Master Fast System forum and looking at the Master Fast System protocol. And even though that's grape juice focused, I am looking at some of the different ways that you can approach it, especially for people that are new to the idea of fasting. So one of the things that they recommend are these kind of hybrid programs where you do partially the cleanse or the fast and then partially you consume food, whether it's salads or mono meal with fruit or this type of thing. So I decided that I would try it with the drink from the Master Cleanse, since I had the ingredients readily available: maple syrup, lemon juice, and you can add cayenne if you want. I did some with and some without. I found it made it really spicy for me, so most of the time I do it without. So I've been doing this, 4 days. On the first day I did 1 liter, and I kind of changed up the ratio of water to ingredients a little bit. I made it a little bit more diluted. So I have a 1 liter glass and I put 6 tablespoons of maple syrup and 6 of lemon. And normally it calls for 2 tablespoons of each per every 8 ounces, which is about 1/4 of a liter or 1 cup. And I feel like that would be like really intensely dense. So so that's the ratio I've been doing. On the very first day I did 1 liter, but instead of maple syrup I did molasses. And on the following 3 days, so on the second day I did 2 liters, and I didn't eat anything else until dinner. I just did the drink all day and I felt great. I felt simple. I wasn't craving anything. And then yesterday and today I did 1 liter, and part of the reason yesterday I only did 1 liter is I let myself go too long. Like, you want to have, because you're feeding your body with simple sugars and food that does not need liquid that does not need digestion, nutrients that do not need digestion, it moves really quick. And so when your body has a need for more, it comes on really strong. And for me, I was at work, I didn't plan ahead, I let too much time go by. And so yesterday I had the 1 liter, and then as soon as I got home from work I had some dried apricots, and then I had a couple pieces of fruit. But you really have to plan this type of thing. So I learned this morning I learned yesterday and this morning how beneficial this has been for me. Even though I'm still consuming food, I'm giving myself a window in the evening where I just, eat as much as I want, which is, I'm not about deprivation. And I started having detox symptoms yesterday. I started having stuff moving through my body. And today I was at work and I was at the cafe, and they had some gluten-free pancakes because it's brunch weekend. So it's a vegan cafe. And I was like, oh, I'll just have a little bit. And it's crazy. It's like the cravings take over, and all of a sudden I have no control over what I'm putting in my mouth, and it's just there. And I'm like, oh, it's free, and I can just, eat. So I had like probably almost an entire pancake, and then just like random picking things. And then when the time like lunch break rolled around, I wasn't actually hungry, but I was like, I want to eat this because that sounds like a good idea. And it's amazing when you put those stimulating foods in your body, all of a sudden your hunger sensation shuts off and something else takes over. So this brings me to the question on Facebook. The question on Facebook was about, I posted a picture of this juice and I said, I'm feeling so good, so light, I've been doing this in the mornings and blah, 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 blah. And they're like, I have to ask, I'm so curious, you've posted stuff like this before, how do you not get hungry having only, 2 liters of this juice all day? And it's because of this, I'm learning, especially in this past year when I set the intention last year that this year was going to be the most raw that I'd ever been. It was going to be, a lot of detoxification, a lot of cleansing. And it really has been. And what I've learned this year is that when I'm putting non-stimulating foods in my body, I can actually tell when I'm hungry. Whereas when the body is used to stimulating, processing, multiple ingredient foods, your hunger sensation is not what drives you to shovel food in your mouth. It's the salt receptors and the sugar receptors and the fat receptors, and that's very, very simplified science. That's not a actual scientific thing coming out of my mouth. But if you, for breakfast, eat a single type of fruit, if you monomeal, you stop when you're full. Your body's like, okay, I'm tapped out of nutrients, I've run out of space, I'm good. But then there's other foods where it's like you can't run out of space. There's some things, I don't know how I've managed to eat the volume of some things, but it's like something shuts off. And so when I'm doing this juice, to answer the question, no, I don't get hungry if I plan. Your cells, the primary ideal fuel for your cells is simple carbohydrates, is glucose. That is scientific. Your cells run on, that is what they use for fuel. Fats and proteins are not the ideal fuel source for your cells, but your cells will do it if they have to. That's what ketosis is. It's not ideal. It's not a state your body wants to be in. So when I provide the cells of my body what they need, simple sugars, nutrients, minerals, vitamins, all that, which I'm getting in this delicious juice, if I have that coming in on a regular basis, my cells have what they need. And the feeling that we normally get in our stomach, this is something new that I'm learning more about, and so I can't talk to it too deeply, but it really seems true to me. The more that you fuel your own cells, and you take away the fat so that those can be readily absorbed immediately into your body, that hunger sensation in your stomach is actually the microorganisms and the different things that aren't you that live within you. And they are hungry. And that is a feeling that goes away when you put a high volume of food in your body, when you put something fatty, when you put something, food in there. And so this is something that we really work to overcome when we're fasting, when we're juicing, when we're dry fasting. So that's another thing I have 1 minute. So in the last 4 days, I've also been putting effort into dry fasting as close to 12 hours as possible. Most of that time is sleeping. And when I wake up in the morning, it's like I'll get this wave of nausea. And it lasts for maybe a minute or two. And then it goes away. And I literally could feel fine for the next hour. Like, it's not like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I need to put something in me. It's like it hits me like this wave and then it's gone. It's really interesting. So I want to cut off the video now because I have 30 seconds remaining. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this clarified some stuff for you. We're going to talk more about detoxification as time goes on. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see you soon. Bye.